lovely pelvic tilt. So you kind of go into your squat, but you don't come straight back up. You roll your coccyx under. So you get a lovely, like a length in the lower back. And then you drive your glutes towards your heels. Breath in. Exhale. Lift the pelvic floor as you hip hinge. Hover the knees over your ankles. And then scoot your coccyx under, because usually you're neutral. When you're neutral in this position, usually you've got a little dip in your lower back. And then you're going to just twerk your coccyx under and come back up. So one more like that, and then we'll go for our regular ones. Breath in, exhale, scoop it under. Feel that lovely length in your lower back, and then drive your glutes like going down to the heels there. Okay, we'll just do 5, just regular, so you just stay neutral, breath in at the top. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Is that your mum? No. No. She's dropping some stuff. Oh, was she? Yeah. I thought your husband had got you to do the deed. Mum did this good. Exhale, reach your head. That's it. Breathe in. 2 more like this, and then we'll use your bands. Exhale. Oh gosh, that's a nice breeze. It's coming right through. Okay, you ready? So grab your bands. Okay, use the floor as a nice guide for your band. Just think about engaging these deltoids. A little bit of your triceps. Just think about what muscles you need to keep the stretch nice and safe. That's it, good. Now, that will be your exhale once you add on your squat. Usually it's your inhale, but it won't be because you'll be squatting down, opening up. Exhale, breath in to come back in. All right, let's try for another 15 here. Breath in at the top. Exhale. Breathing in and exhale. It's nice weather again tomorrow, so you can all get your laundry in tonight. It's been like a Chinese laundry in my house today. Get a bit overexcited. Still like a lot of stuff. So get your legs in, get your bedding in. That's it, lovely. So see how then you do, and just keep a little mindful map of it for when you do it. Next time, exhale, because we're going to repeat these in a minute. We're going to do some nice lunges and then come back to this. That's it, lift the pelvic floor. Really good feet positioning, everybody. Let's just make sure we go for that 3rd toe. Breath in. That's it. Keep your pelvis neutral. That just means you're not arching your coccyx under or up. Just keep it the same. That's beautiful. Breath in. Exhale 3. Breathing in the top. Exhale 2. In. And one gets tight on the old shoulders, doesn't it? So, band and this, we did these last week. So it's just to add on. So they're a physio lunge, which just means you go slightly forwards. You're going to check your feet are both forward facing and your pelvis kind of hovers your legs like a halo. Okay, so it's nice and neutral. Breathe in to begin and just lift up your back heel. Bend your back knee. This one kind of comes for the ride. This one, as you can alter your stance a little bit, this knee at the front needs to hover that ankle. That's the main rule, really. I want you feather lighting that toe at the back. I want all the energy to be in the front leg glute. And if you don't pin your belly button in and lift your pelvic floor, you can wobble. Okay? Breathe in, come back up. Got the back heel, try and be neutral. So we're going to do 12 here, 12 on the other side, Have a little rest and then repeat. Lift up that back heel. Hinge forward as you exhale. That's it. Breathe in, come back up. Oh,
You must be going over your toe.
no, don't go over your toe. Keep that knee. It looks good. Just keep that knee. You can go. You should be able to see your toe. Definitely don't overshoot it there. That's the really good position. Okay. Lift the hip, ankle. Bend the back knee. Bend the front knee. Breathe in, come back up. Now, you might want to reach ahead a little bit. Lift that pelvic floor and just turn this arm there. Brilliant. Exhale, sorry, breath in, up at the top. And then exhale. 6 more on this side and then we'll swap over. Breathe in, lift. And exhale. Breathe in then. Just a big fat well done to everybody. Come in. However you managed to make it today, it's a funny old week. Breathing in. And exhale, lift that pelvic floor. Brilliant. Last 3. Breath in. And 2. Really switch on that side muscle and that glute there. Last one, perfect. Exhale. Brilliant. Swap over. Okay, find your halo in the neutral pelvis. Breath in. And exhale as you hinge that hip. Lift up that back ankle, heel. Drop that back knee, and this one comes into bend as well. So both knees bend. Bring it up. You can add your arms on if you want, or just warm into it. We're going to do 12 of these. It's just getting that real. You can lean forward so that the weight's more in the front leg, the front glute. Yeah, that's it. The other ones we used to do, the weight went in the back, but I've just discovered it's so bad for your knees. Well, if you've got bad knees, they're not great, no. Not got good knees. So I spoke to my osteopath and he said, these are better. Exhale. So we're halfway through. So add on your arms, exhale, reach. Breathing in, they're just brilliant for your hips, like the ball and socket joint right there. Ready, exhale. Breathing in, last 4. And 3, reach ahead. Breath in, oh my gosh, you're lovely. You just have to keep concentrating, don't you? It's like driving, you can't let your foot off the old gas. Literally fall over. Last one. Okay. All right, you're okay to do it again. These things, and then the others. You ready? You're all right. That's not on my from here. But you wish you kept me turned off. Don't you? Breathing in, exhale. Really good. Let it be your arms, don't put your chest out, keep your ribs drilled to your hips. Breathing in. That's it. 2 more sets of 5. Exhale, 4. That's it. 3. Just bring your ankles out a tiny bit. Out. Yeah. Good. This one. Yeah. Lift that pelvic floor, come down. That's it, and let your knees follow it as well. And if it's too uncomfortable, keep your feet as straight, but just narrower. You look like you're doing well. I look like I've made it harder for you. Probably have. Yeah. That's it, so put your curls in, like I said. Okay. Is it coming? Yes, that's great. It's just so subtle.
Yeah.
So fine.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See ya.
Oh, he's lovely and gorgeous and cute, isn't he? I'm going to give his 3 rings when he gets home.
No, he's second phone.
I think you cooked. Are you ready? 12 more of these on each side. As many as you like. Just make sure you do equal amounts on each side. So I'm going to wait for 12. How's your halo hips? Breathe in at the top. Safety belt down there. Lift up that back ankle. Bend that back knee. This one comes into flexion as well. Good. Reach forwards as soon as you like. It doesn't have to turn on this glute med there. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. Well done. And keep your hips nice and level, don't let one fall in. Lift that pelvic floor on the drop. One more. We're doing so well. A nice little mobilization after this on the floor. You think it's not that bad, well maybe you do think it's that bad, but I always feel this like the next day. There you go. Push them out. Get yourself nice and neutral, feet are forward facing, breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Come up nice and tall, let the air in. Oh gosh, I'm listening. Lift that pelvic floor, guys. Oh, pelvic floor. That magic muscle. Okay. So I'm going for the last 5. Breathe in, exhale. That's it. Everyone's feet are great. No one's feet's wandered off. Make sure your feet are both forward facing. I discovered today, if you do that, it's easier. This really challenges your balance because you can't use the like backstop of your foot to lean in. That's it. 3 more. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. We'll let this last one count. Beautiful form. Excellent. Good. Bring it up. Oh, flying all over. You're lunging down and you're just sitting up. Okay, nice and tall. Not as bad as that other hot day, yeah. Yeah, so it's that way, really. Awful. They're all really fainted. It was this and this.
Yeah.
So the next one, the Thursday night class I cancelled. Oh no, we've lost somebody. And the guy where I hire, he said, oh, I did my classes. He had 2 classes of 10-year-olds and some circuit trainers. I said, I think you've got a slightly different cohort to me. So what you read, man, like it's health and safety issue. Anyway, let's battle through the heat. So we're doing some nice hip mobilization. So you sit there like a rag doll, nice and tall, and then you breathe in, and on the exhale, you lift your pelvic floor as if you're drawing your ankles in. So like the power of this draws these in. Okay, and then just back out. All right, now you're going to twist these in a little bit. So breathe in, exhale. From your hip, your bone socket moves to the center, towards your belly button. And then when you exhale, draw up. That's it. So it's actually a ball and socket mobilization. Don't initiate it from your toes. You're going to wind your hips out now and lengthen. Breathe, exhale, roll your hips in and then draw it up with your pelvic floor. Roll your hips out and lengthen. Just keep breathing. Try and exhale as you draw your hips in and up. That's it. Draw it out. We'll do one more. Breathe, exhale, wind in, exhale, lift, and then back out. And it's a lovely stretch, ready to be rolled. Hold on. Hamstring stretch. Actually, let's do this first. Close your legs and take one, like your right foot over your left knee. And then you're going to, so my right leg's over there. I'm going to take the opposite hand and just push it over and turn to the back. Just be really gentle with your rotation. What I'm trying to get you to do is just stretch that glute med out there from the side lunges. And breathe here. Breathe into that space in the rib cage. And then when you're ready, bring it back to the centre and pop the other leg over. And again, bring the leg towards your body and twist. That's it. Breathe in to see if you can make your ribs move with your breath coming in. And exhale, secure everything and come back to the front. So we're taking the legs nice and wide and we're just stretching out your hamstrings ready for your bridge. So try and get your knees to the floor and bring your elbow into your knee and your forearm just lengthens as best as you can along your calf muscle. And then reach yourself up and over. That's it. Turn your hip out, really stretch. Listen to your body, don't pull it. Just go as much as the breath can lengthen you out. Exhale. Have another breath here. Try and fill up that rib cage again. And then exhale, come back up. I know there's loads of flies today. Breathe in, ready to exhale. Draw that knee towards the floor. Nestle your elbow right in there. Try it, rather than get as low as possible, try and get your knee as low into the floor as you possibly can there. And drop the forearm in line with that calf and reach up and over. Turn your hip out. Breathe. That's it. And then bring it all the way back up. We're just getting straight down into the bridge. So we'll roll down really safely. So we've got lovely strong abs, which I don't doubt ever. You can keep your legs straight. If you're feeling like you need that support, then keep your legs into flexion. So we're just doing your spine segmentation. So let's keep the spine straight at first with your eye position in your back. And then when you're ready to exhale, draw your chin to chest, really lengthen your spine. Your ribs kind of come up a little bit, don't they? Scoop your coccyx under. And remember, you can hold on for either option. You're just engaging your pelvic floor and your lower abs as you literally just roll yourself down to the floor, all the way down, 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 down. Good. Beautiful control. Look at you guys. Breath in. And then when you're ready to exhale, remember, try and draw your one ankle at a time up into flexion of your knees. And I'm looking for your ankles to be as wide as your hips and underneath your knees. Okay. You won't need a cushion yet. You're going to have neutral pelvis. I want you to imagine you've got a grate underneath your lower back. and a little pool of water just beneath your belly button there. Okay, you're going to pour the saucer of water into your belly button. Crush that grape under your lower back and your lumbar spine, and then slowly bring your spine up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. See if you can do it all the way up to your shoulders. Okay, that's it. Well done, well corrected. It can go a little bit further under your knee, that foot. And help me. Yeah. Also, legs. That can come a step towards your bum as well. As long as it's not hurting the knees. Okay, that looks great. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to take a breath in and take your arms up and over. Keep yourself in the bridge. That's it. Okay, have another breath here. And then slowly drop each vertebrae one at a time, nice and straight today. All the way down. Now don't forget, when you get to your pelvis, when you get to your waist, just adjust your pelvis. You might have to roll your coccyx right underneath so the water will roll level would pour into the belly button. Okay. Once you get to the bottom, you should have spine imprint, but you need to find neutral. So just roll your hips towards your toes a little bit. Okay, yeah, once you're neutral, I want you to really be mindful about staying neutral so that grape suddenly back under your lower back, you water in your belly buttons, just below your belly button, nice and full again. Breathing in, exhale, wind your arms over. Now don't move your pelvis. Kind of feel your coccyx just floating away towards your toes. And then once your arms are away from your ears, keep your pelvis still and nod your chin to chest. Don't move your pelvis. Okay. That's it. So I don't want your lower back into the mat. You can have a little space between. You can have that great, nice and inflated. Good. That's it. Relax your neck, soft shoulders. We're going for ab prep. Now, really important you keep that belly button free from water. I don't want that source of flowing water into your belly button. You're breathing in, you're popping your hands behind your ears there. You should just be able to see your elbows. Keeping this nice and still in your pelvis, just bring your chin to chest. So it's a really lovely spine lengthening exercise. You're also working your upper abs. Breathe in, come down. Beautiful, okay? Don't move your pelvis, okay? Keep that grape that's under your lower back from being crushed. I want that grape maintained. You ready? Breath in, exhale, chin to chest. Keep that grape nice and not squidged. Breathe in, come down. 2 more, exactly like that, okay? So upper abs, pelvic stability. Try and get the muscles around your pelvis to stay nice and aligned. Okay, so that it's going to be a lovely foundation for your spine. That's it, come down. You're going to leave your head on the floor. You can actually pop a cushion under your head now if you want. Now we're not doing the bridge, so if that's comfortable for you, a cushion underneath your head. We're still absolutely neutral in the pelvis, okay? But we're taking the right leg into that tabletop position. The left leg's super light, all right? Don't let your ribs come up. Keep everything still in that, neutral spine with its natural curves. You've got a grape under your back and you're tapping that toe. And you're just doing that 3 times. So you're mobilizing that hip again, but you're also strengthening the muscles around the pelvis in this aligned fashion. You're not driving your foot through the floor. Make that your last one. Make that foot feather light and bring the other one back up. All right, so it's feather feet. That's it. Your knee hovers the hip. The angle in your knee doesn't lengthen. Internal kiss, and then leave this foot on the floor. All right, we're going for the right foot back into tabletop, and just keep it frozen there a sec. Just check your legs in a right angle. It's not suddenly gone obtuse. Okay, keep it there, and then don't move your back, don't move your spine, don't move your pelvis. Keep that grape under your lower back as you bring your chin to chest. Okay, don't move your pelvis. How's your grape? All right, bring it back down, head down, and tap your toe. That's your breath in. You're going to exhale, lift your chin to chest, bring your leg into tabletop. You're going to do 4 of those. Exhale. If it's too much with the head, then just do the toe. If you feel like you need more strength in your upper abs, just do your upper abs. Last 2. Breathe in, toe touch, head touch, exhale. And then swap over. Leave your head on the floor. Bring your left foot up. Your right foot is feather light. You've still got that grape intact. Bring your chin to chest. Don't crush your grape, even though your chin's to chest. And tap that toe. Exhale to lift. Breathe into lower. Just double check your supporting foot isn't driving to the floor. And it's kind of nice and in line with your hips. Last 3. Exhale, lift. Breathe into lower. Last 2. Breathing in. And last 1. Okay. Now, you can either continue to do one leg, or you can crush your grape, go into, what's it called? No, sorry, I'm being ridiculous. Yeah, just get your lower back into the mat, flat back, bring both legs up. Okay, so your lower back's into the mat, spine imprint, okay. Bring your chin to chest. We're not going oblique today, we're just keeping the chin central. And then you're going to keep your spine imprinted, that velcroed spine to the mat. And as your head comes away, your right toe taps. Exhale, lift up. Then your head goes down, your left toe goes down. You're going to really want to take your lower back off the mat. Please don't, because I don't want you to hurt your back. And what you're doing is you're building up your core strength in your lower abs. Exhale, lift. Right, let's see if we can do 3 on each side and alternate. It's tough. That's it. Breath in as you come down. Breathe out as you come up. Last one on each side. You should feel real intensity in your upper and lower abs. Once you've done that, you're going to bring your knees in. I'm going to repeat everything, but I want you to just have a little rest. You can lengthen your right leg and bring your left leg into tabletop, or just find your stretch. You can do whatever tummy alleviation you like, or you can, so my left leg's in tabletop, my left arm's going to go out to the side, palm down, and just come into that. Oh gosh, figure of 4, did you ever stand on that? That's normal. The chiropractic going on. And breathe into that rib cage. And just think about what options you're going to do for the next set. I'm going to go through them all, and you can come with me, or you can dive straight up, whatever you want. Secure your core on this exhale as you bring yourself back into flat back. Pop that foot on the floor that was in the air before you bring the other one up, lengthen the other one away. So with your right leg up now, you want your right hand at a right angle to your body and the palm down. It just helps secure your back. As you exhale, lift that pelvic floor and roll yourself to the other side. Don't be alarmed, you might crack. You might just feel everything rotate, and that's normal. Breath in. That's it. That's it. Feel a lovely length in your glute medius that did all that work on those lunges. And breathe into that rib cage. Do you know, the idea is you get your knee down and your shoulder, but don't worry if you can't. Just enjoy the stretch. Breath in, come back up, securing that core. Let the mat just knead into your lower back. Have both knees bent. So we're staying aligned and neutral. Your little grave is back there, nestled under your lumbar spine. Okay, but just like to get into these, it's great for neutralness. Bring your right leg up into tabletop. You're going to bring your hands just softly on your ears, fairy fingers, bring your chin to chest. Okay, double check you've not crushed your grave under there. Right there should be a nice grave. And then as you breathe in, tap the toe, tap your head. We're just going to do 3 here. That supporting foot should be super light. That's it. That's brilliant. Yeah, you keep the angle in your knee, perfect. So it's your hip that gets that foot down. Let's just do another 2 there. Exhale, lift, breathe into lower, swap over. Pop that foot on the floor, lift the other one up. Okay, bring your chin to chest. Breathe in, tap the toe. Let's do 4 or 5 on this side. How's that? Great, because it's when you come up, chin to chest, you'll want to scoop your coccyx under. I'm really encouraging length from your sitting bones toward your toes so that you make sure you use your tummy muscles. Last 2. If you're anything like me, that's what you want to do. Don't crush that grape. Okay, you can stay with those options there, or we can now crush the grape because we're taking both feet off the floor. We need the support of your lower back tucked into the mat, spine in grip. Let's keep those knees hovering those hips. You're just bringing your chin to chest, and then we're going to breathe in as we tap that right toe, tap your head down. Exhale, lift, swap over, breathing in, and exhale. So this one, you really sticking your lower back into the mat. Exhale, lift. Alternate those toes. Try and keep your shoulders soft, all the tensions in your tummy. Let's have a go, see if we can do 2 more on each side. Or just 1, because I know how intense they get. You've really got to challenge yourself to burrow your lower back into the mat. Exhale. Breathing in and exhale. So what did I decide? Might be nice. Oh yeah, we're going into the cobra. So have a little cuddle, but the cobra will stretch you out as well. So for the cobra, you want your shoulders, your hands just underneath your shoulders, or just a little bit further apart there. And then for your good form, your pubic bone nestles into the mat, your bottom stays super soft and your belly button comes off the mat. As you breathe in, you engage your deltoids, your arms, but you keep your lower back soft, your bottom soft, just keep your lower back fluid. It doesn't matter how high you get up, you're just breathing in and curving the back, just nice and supple movement in your spine. Exhale to lower, breath in to come up. And we're going into the dark from here. So you want your palms just by your thighs there, and your eyes look at the mat. Okay, now I'm going to do either 2 arm lifts. This one, you're just going to take your right arm up. Your little finger initiates the move and then bring it down. Breath in, left arm lift. Beautiful. And then keeping your right hip on the floor, engage your right glute and raise up that leg. So again, your pubic bone's in the mat, belly button off the mat, your knee is lengthened, it's not bent, bring it back down. Breathe in, the same on the other leg, left leg, engage that glute and it just rises up that leg. Okay, now you can either do one arm, you can do your right arm, then your left leg, or you can do two of both, right arm and left leg. Keep that hip on the floor of the raised leg. That's it, and it's a breath in to bring the limbs up, exhale to lower. And again, left hand, right leg, two of each or one limb at a time. Beautiful. Now, see if we can do two arms. Lift, breathe in, exhale. Let's do that again. Both arms lift. That's it, and lower. And then let's see if we can do both legs. Now, you're not going to do it from your lower back. You scoot your coccyx under so your pubic bone goes into the mat. And then engage the glutes. The hips stay on the floor. That's it. If it's too much, just do one leg at a time or do two leg lifts. Engage the glutes, but I want you to concentrate on your lower back being really super soft. Bring it down. Breathe in, lift. And then we're going to see if we can do 4 lifts of everything, all right? Or just do one limb at a time or 2 on a quadrant. You breathe in, try and get your eyes to the mat and draw your crown away from your coccyx. Breath in and lift. Exhale to come down. Remember, we're not bending the knees. You're lengthening your toes away from your crown. And then draw it back in. Beautiful. That's gorgeous. Imagine you flying. Lift. Breath in. And lower on that exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Quite tiring that, isn't it? On your arms. And your legs. And your bum. That's it, well done. So, going into swimmer now, which just means it's exactly the same kind of sequence, but your arms come outstretched. So if this is uncomfortable, if you've got issues that make that uncomfortable, then you can just keep your arms by your thighs and do the same thing. So, again, belly button off the mat, pubic bone into the mat. So I'm going to do right arm, left leg lift. Breath in. And exhale, draw it down. And I'm going to do the same one. And I want you to decide whether one arm, one leg is better for you, or if you're going to do both. Avoid bending the knee. Let's do the other quadrant, left arm, right leg lift. So it's more of a squeeze of the glute and the leg kind of just automatically comes up. Forget you can bend your knees. Breath in, lift, same side. And then lower. Now let's see if we can do all of your limbs. So for the whole thing, try and keep your eyes to the mat so you're not hurting your neck. Breath in, lift. How's your belly button? It should be away from the mat. Your pubic bone should be there, nicely nestled in. And lower. That's it. When you're ready to breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower. Breathe in, lift, belly button in, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, lower. Let's do 2 more like this. Remember, you can just do like opposite arm to leg, or you can do all of them. Breathe in. Now this time, making sure your coccyx is scooped under a little bit, your pubic bone into the mat. See if you can do a couple of breaths without coming back down. Breathe. And breathe. And on the exhale, draw everything back down. Okay, and the next one, you can do any of the above options, or we can have a little swim. So get your form right, pubic bone in, scoop coccyx under, keep your bum soft unless your legs are in the air. Breath in, lift, and then have a little bit of a little paddle about there. That's it. Have a big breath and see if you can separate your arms and your legs into a star. Breathe, bring it back, have a little swim. Don't collapse down, just come down really nicely. And breath. And on your breath in next time, bring it up, and we're just going to do it again, have a little swim. Come down whenever you need, or stay with the power. Breathing. Is it me or can I smell sausages?
Probably.
Okay. Are you ready? Go for the star. You need a big breath. That's it. Star, reach. You must be so warm if you don't get cramp in your glutes. Usually I get cramp in my glutes. Must be doing something previous. Bring it in. Little paddle. If your lower back is hurting, reach your coccyx right under. Get your pubic bone into the mat. Come down. Should we do one more? And then you've got a nice little stretch. Oh no, we haven't. Yeah, we've got a stretch and then we've got something else. Right, breath in. Are you ready? That's it. Belly button off. Have a rest if you need, or come for a little swim. Breathe. You ready to reach? Breathe. Reach away from yourself. Feel the power. Imagine you're like just been dropped out of a plane and you're just gliding around. Bring it into the center. Swim and relax. Do some pelvic tilts here. Just try and get some life back into your lower back. And then what we do from here is we take the hands into that W position. So you've got like your arms, forearms are in line with your mat. Okay. Now, you breathe in, and as you exhale, draw your chin to chest. We didn't do scapular squeeze, we're doing scapular squeeze here. Chin to chest, feel the length in your spine, and draw your shoulder blades down to the back pocket. So imagine your spine's that swan's neck, your chin's tucked under, but your scapula stretching away really gives you a beautiful length in that spine. Relax. Pop your head on the floor if you need. Breathe, and when you exhale, draw your chin to chest. Draw your scapula down. That's it. And relax. We'll do one more of those. Breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Move your shoulders down, but it's actually the tips of your scapula that I want to really lengthen down and draw together. That's it, lift your pelvic floor and relax. Really, it's to help any kyphosis. So if you've got like a hump developing at the top of your back from sitting over work or whatever it is you do, give your shoulders a wiggle. Right, you're going to bring your fingers into a diamond like this. Pop your head on the diamond. You're taking your right foot into flexion and your right knee into flexion. Your heel hovers your knee joint. So flatten your foot like you've got a cup and saucer on it. Listen carefully for your form. Your pubic bone's got to be in the mat, belly button off. Don't let your hip come off the mat. You're going to squeeze that cup of tea up without spilling it. That's it. So this is for your bum. Are you ready? 5 jabs, 4 jab. Keep your hip on the floor. I don't want you twisting your pelvis. I want you to use your bottom muscle. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that one down. And we're going for another one. Flex that knee, flex that foot. Get your form right, belly button in and off the mat, pubic bone on. 5, really squeeze the glute to get the leg up. That's if you just squeeze the glute, it kind of happens normally. Avoid jarring your lower back. Keep the hip on the floor. Exhale, 3, breathe in, suddenly it's autumn here, 2, and 1. We're swapping over, we're just doing, let's go for 10. Let's get 10 out. See how many you do equal on each side. Breath in, exhale, lift. Exhale, lift, breathe in lower. That's it, carry on, let's try 5, squeeze, keep the hip on the floor. Okay, so we'll do another 10, alternate, or 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Soften your lower back, don't let your back curl, keep your bum engaged to get the foot off, keep your hip on the floor. Last 2, and 1. Bring your hands back, just underneath your shoulders, or just a little bit away. I want you to concentrate on a really soft back, okay? Breathe in, you're coming into the cobra, soft bottom. And then bend your knees, don't let your lower back cave in, you're coming into a cobra, not child pose, beg my pardon. So bring your bum onto your knees. If it's too much, you just do some pelvic tilts first. You can clasp your hands behind and just lift up your hands there, your forehead on the mat. Literally just find a nice child pose that's good for you today. Oh gosh. Breathe. Okay. I want you to come into on all fours. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Okay? Now, we've never done this before. You're going to go in a clockwise direction in a circle. So your back kind of is like a piston. Oh, we need 30 seconds. I'll time that for you. And the circle can come bigger and bigger. And it's just like a little mobilization of everything. Just take the weight, equal weight to the left. And as you swirl over then to the right, get that circle big. It's a nice mobilization for your wrists. That's it, and your shoulders. And then we're going to reverse. So go back to it being a nice little small circle. And then it gets bigger. And breathe. And then we're going to center ourselves up. Oh gosh, I can hear the birds. So get your wrists underneath your shoulders, everything's straight. Now, keeping your shoulders level, we're going into super person, okay? Hips are level, so your hips never slink off. You're breathing in, drawing your right arm away and your left leg away. We're doing this twice, so if you can't keep your shoulders and your pelvis steady, just do one arm, then one leg, or both at the same time. That's it, good. And then doing the same on the other side. And go to your option. We're going to climb up slowly, or if you know the exercise, shoot ahead. Okay, right arm, left leg again, but you take them off the floor. Now, I'm just going to come round and just check. Just do 2 on that side and then 2 on the other quadrant. And I'll just check your hips and now. Yeah, so just sink that left hip down. Lift it up, that's it, yeah. So now it's the right hip. That's it, yeah. So we try and keep that flat there at the back. Just a tiny bit more, like tiny. That's it, bring it up. So it's like a centimetre down, yeah. And then use your glute to get the leg nice and high. And then for the harder option, You know, you might be fine where you are. The challenge is to keep shoulders level, hips level. So if you can do that, then you can go higher in the limbs. But we always try not to turn out that hip, keep the hips level. You have to really draw your belly button in, lift your pelvic floor, and then come in. 2 on one side, and then 2 on the other of your chosen option. Good. Brilliant, that's it, well corrected, Catherine, that was brilliant, right. It's like you knew my eyes were on you. Okay, do a couple of pelvic tilts once you're nice and on the floor. And we're going to do a scapular squeeze now. Now you can do this from, it's a plank, so you can do it in this position, this is a plank, or you can go in a full plank. I suggest you just try it like this, and this might be how you might want to stay. So what you do is you breathe in and lift up your rib cage at the back, so you come up and your scapula separate, and then you draw your scapula together and down, so you're not falling off everything. Yeah, it's a little bit like the cat, but just the top of your back, not the bottom. So you come up here, your pelvis stays still, and then you draw your scapula down. So you're not sticking your bum up, that stays level. It's not the cat and cow. It's then drawing the scapula down, and then breathe in, just take the rib cage up. Keep your lower back still. Breathe here just for like 3 seconds. You stay up there, and then exhale, draw it down. Draw your scapula together. Draw your scapula also down towards your bum. Okay, so you can have a go at doing it in a full plank now if you like. So you draw your toes away. Okay, your wrists are underneath your shoulders, and then breathe in. So it's like you come up into your rib cage. You stay here for just a couple of seconds, and then exhale, draw your scapula down. Don't drop your hips. Everything stays intact, and then breathe in, come up. Let's do 2 or 3 of whichever option you choose. So you might be on all fours, which is fab. You might be doing this one. Exhale when you're drawing down. Breathe in to lift. Keep your bottom low, whichever option you're in. Exhale. Breathing in, lift. And exhale. If you're not already in on all fours, come into on all fours now. And just your last stretch, you're going to take your right palm facing the world, nestling it into your left side of your waist as much as you can. Perfect. And then you kind of turn your hip out and look up to the ceiling. Breathe. Oh gosh, you might twist, you might crack. Now, keep your shoulders and your body where it is, but just unfold your hand so your hand comes onto your waist there, and then lift it up. That's it. And you're coming in to thread the needle. So have some breath, ready to exhale and reach down. Well done. Breath in, come up. And you're going to take your right palm now to face the world there. Turn out that left hip. That's it. And then bring your hand into that waist. Same side. Extend. Have a breath. Ready to exhale. Thread the needle. Listen to the floor. And we'll just do 1 more of those on each side to finish. From all fours, you want your right hand palm facing the world. Reach your hip up. Have a little look as far as you can. That's it. Change the palm so it's just left within the same side hand waist. And lengthen that arm up. Open up. Freedom of movement. Exhale. Lift that pelvic floor to help secure your come down. Reach the fingers away. Really open up your rib cage there. Breathe into the lungs. Into on all fours. Last one. Left hand, palm to the world. Reach out and look. Breathe. Just get your palm into your waist there. Breathe, extend. Great, lovely. You're ready to exhale. Thread the needle. Just feel your ribs, really enjoying that movement. Breath in, come into on all fours. You're just getting into a nice, comfortable position on your bum. You can have your feet out here, and we're just literally going to breathe in, come up. Exhale, just place your hand wherever, left or right. I'm taking my left hand onto my left knee. Hips are forwards and reach behind. That was on there. Breath in. Must be the heat bouncing off me. Back on. Exhale. That's it. Breathe in, reach your hands up. Have a little look at them. bring your palms together and nestle those thumbs into the sternum. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste.